Hello, what is popping? Um, I'm here. I'm back with a journal, one of the journals of all time. Yes, let's go. Um, I don't know what I want to talk about. I just figured it's been a while since I've done a journal, so I'm like, hey, let's do a journal. Um, what journal is it? Let me see. Which number are we on? Um, we're on journal number 32. Oh, I suppose I'm looking at this. I got a haircut. My hair is no longer super long. I'm no longer the mountain man. I moved. I was at my last place. I was at my mom's house, and now I'm no longer there. What else? I got my ear pierced because before I had this one and this one pierced right here, but then this one fell out, so this one hasn't been pierced for a long time. So I got this pierced, and then I got my helix pierced. So that's pretty epic. That's pretty awesome. Right now I'm taking a Latin class. Only one class this term. Only one class. I'm trying to get back into it slowly. Hydrate. Everybody that's watching, if you haven't hydrated, drink water. But yeah, I'm about 1 month and no, almost 2 months into the term now, and it's been going really, really good, for the most part. I was supposed to go to class today, but I didn't go to class today because I was very tired. So, boo, womp womp to me. But I did my first midterm like a week or two ago, and I did really good. Right here, I got it on my desk. Look at that. Well, you gotta read it backwards, but that's 97.5. I got a 98 on my first midterm. Let's go. He's so smart. He knows so much Latin. Realistically, I don't know very much Latin, but I got very, very lucky that all the things that I studied were on the test. So we take those very awesome results. Let's go. But that makes me worried for my next midterm because I know for a fact I'm not going to do nearly as good on the next midterm as I did on the first one. But if I can get like an 80% on the next midterm, I'll be happy with that. This time around, I think the class average was about 75%. And so I got one of the top marks in the class. Well, that's kind of a given that I only got 2.5 points taken off. But yeah, I did really well on the first midterm, and I'm probably not going to do very well on the second midterm. You might notice that I'm recording on my phone again. I don't know if you can notice that or if there's very much of a difference, but the truth is I just haven't hooked up my computer webcam yet, and honestly I don't know where it is. So back on my cell phone, but I do have, I could, let's see. I could be performative. Hold on, I'm gonna be performative. No, I don't know how to take this apart. I was gonna like hold the microphone up and talk to it like that, but I don't know how to take this off. So that's gonna stay on there. I made bacon for the first time earlier today, and I burnt it because 1 second it looked like it was like super underdone and wasn't ready, and then I looked away for 2 seconds, and I went back, and then it was burnt, and that sucked. It tasted fine though. It wasn't like bad because I do like crispy bacon, but it was still burnt, and we don't like burnt bacon. Hold on, my music in my ear is very loud. That's the only reason that I'm wearing this earbud, because I'm listening to music while doing journal, because I don't remember how to talk to a camera. I've been trying to read a lot more recently. Right now I'm reading this, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. It's a very thick book. I'm only about 80 pages in. But I've been trying to read more recently. By that I mean I read for like 15 minutes yesterday, and I haven't read yet today, but I'm going to. What else? I've been playing tennis every once in a while with some friends. That's been fun. Tennis is really, really hard. It's really tiring too. So like, I don't play it very often, but I want to play it more. But also it's fall, so that means there's gonna be snow soon, and that means no tennis, because you can't play tennis on snowy courts, because that's just not, you just can't do that. I don't know what else to talk about. Do I have more to talk about? Not really. Oh, I do, kind of. I went on my first date ever a couple weeks ago. Ooh, fancy. It was fun. We just went for coffee, and we talked for a while, and then we walked around the city for a while, and so it was very fun. Me and this girl aren't talking anymore. Unlucky, womp womp. But the date itself was fun. That was nice. Other than that, I want to try cooking again. I want to try cooking more. Like I said, I cooked bacon for the first time this morning, and it was burnt. So I gotta learn how to cook better. I also made soup. I think it was last night it was last night. I made soup, and it's very, very mid. It's not great soup. There was the mirepoix, so there was the carrots and the celery and what else was there? Onion. And then I added the water, and I just got a Discord notification, and that scared me. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, okay. And then I added the water, and then I added potatoes, and then I added spices, and I tried to add flour as well, because it's flour to thicken up the soup. I didn't add nearly enough flour, so the soup is still very thin, and I'm pretty sure, from what I remember from my grade 11 cooking class that I took like 6 years ago, that I'm supposed to add flour to thicken it, but I don't know. There's, I don't remember. I looked online, and apparently cornstarch is good for thickening soup, so I'm gonna try that next time. Maybe. Also, I lost my tripod I don't know where it is, and I don't think I brought it with me when I moved here. So right now my phone is just, I got a dad phone case, the one that like flips and is basically like a wallet for your phone. That's what my friends call it, a dad phone case. And I just have that like draped over my monitor right now. So that's what I'm working with now. But I kind of want to buy a tripod, and then maybe I'll do another cooking video. That could be fun. That could be awesome. Because I'm pretty sure the first video I have on this channel is yeah, the Chug Jug Bulk Shake Challenge, 2,000 plus calories, wowzers. I remember making that video. That was fun. That was a very like sudden thing. I had my friend Robbie, shout out to Robbie. He sent me this thing on Instagram, and it was on Snapchat, or he sent it on some social media platform, and it was called the Chug Jug Challenge, and it was literally just like a giant protein shake. If you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch that from 2 years ago and see how different or how same I am. Yeah, so that was a quote unquote cooking video. But maybe I'll do another cooking video, but this time it'll be actual cooking. Maybe I'll make soup, maybe I'll make chili, maybe leave a comment and tell me if you tell me something to cook, and maybe I'll cook it for a video. And then, because the main reason I want to do this is because if I am just cooking on my own and just eating it for myself, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know, like, if there's too much of this one spice or too little of this one spice, or if there's other things I should add or shouldn't add. I'm just going based off of like recipes online, and that's cringe. I want to be a good cook. I don't want to be a cringe cook that only uses online recipes. So I'm gonna like use recipes, and then if I make videos on it, then people can comment and be like, wow, you really fucking suck at this. Or they can be like, you can do this. Maybe there'll be constructive criticism. Thoughts, questions, concerns? I'm just saying, it's a pretty good idea. I think that could be pretty fun. But like I said, I need to get a tripod for my phone again when I do that, because I'm not gonna be holding the phone up, be like, what's up guys, welcome to my vlog. Even though that's technically what this is. A video blog. That's technically what I'm doing. But I'm not gonna be holding my phone up like this and being like, what's up guys, yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel. But yeah. That's pretty much what I've got going on. If you guys have recommendations for things that I can cook, put them in the comment section, because the only thing that I can think of right now is chili and soup and bacon, because I fucked up the bacon. I've also been playing some video games. That hasn't changed. I still be playing video games. Mostly Marvel Rivals, because superheroes are cool. Oh, I watched a really cute anime over the course of the last like 2 weeks. As something like something flower blossom something. Hold on, let me find it. The fragrant flower blooms with dignity. It's a very elaborate name. I didn't know the name was that elaborate, but it's very cute. It's about this one guy who doesn't have very many friends and goes to like this high school, like this public high school where it's just like a bunch of rambunctious boys, and next to it there's like this elite girls high school, and they hate each other, and then this one girl meets it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. The two sides hate each other, but these two people fall in love, and then, oh my god, so magical, but they don't kill themselves like in Romeo and Juliet. At least I'm pretty sure that happens. In Romeo and Juliet, not in the anime that I just watched. But it's really cute. That's all I really have to say about it. I've also started watching Daredevil. Marvel's Daredevil. I've only watched one episode so far, but it seems interesting. I'm typically not a fan of, like, I don't know, violence or like action TV shows or movies other than like superhero stuff. So I guess this falls under the superhero category. But even then, I typically am not a huge fan of action movies or TV shows. But I just think Daredevil, I've always thought Daredevil is a really cool character because he's blind, but all his other senses are like super heightened and like super powerful or whatever. So like he uses that to fight, and I think that's really cool. That's really cool, awesome concept. Daredevil, from ever since when I was really young and learned about like Marvel heroes and stuff like that, Daredevil has always been like a really cool hero to me. So I'm surprised I didn't give Daredevil the show. I'm surprised I didn't give it a shot sooner. Maybe I'll do that after this journal. No, first I need to do some reading, but then after the reading, maybe I'll watch some Daredevil. Oh, another thing that I did, I rode an electric scooter recently. It doesn't sound very cool or very awesome, but in my city there's like these public electric scooters that you can like rent as a form of public transport, and I got to ride one of those recently, and that was really cool and really fun, and I love electric scooters. I've also been juggling recently. Hold on. I've been cooking. I've been cooking. Hold on. I have a giant mess of cords on the floor right there, and my earbuds are currently wrapped up in the mess. Give me a second. Give me a second to cook. I also have a ton of dishes right here. My room is kind of messy. Whoa. I'm too focused on the camera. You can't really see it. Hold on, let me bend down and do it. I can juggle. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. I just tried to take off my earbud and I ripped, or I didn't rip, but I pulled on my new piercing. And if you've ever had a piercing before, you know that shit hurts. I don't think I'm bleeding. No, I'm not bleeding. But that hurt very bad. Okay, back to juggling. Try number 2. Ta-da! There's my application to clown school. How'd I do? Oh, my goodness. Almost fell off my chair. I can juggle. That's pretty awesome. Juggling is tiring. I'm looking around to see if there's anything else I can talk about. I also want to, okay, I say this every single, hold on. I say this every single time, but I want to start doing these journals more often. If even just once a week. Because I realized I'm very bad at talking just in general about things, and I reckon if I do journals more often, that's something I realized on the date, was that I'm not really good at talking. But if I do these journals once a week, that'll give me, even if I have nothing to talk about, like today I feel like I had nothing to talk about, and it's been going on for 23 minutes so far. I'm gonna back away. But if I can like talk about my week, just like if I do this every Friday or something, coincidentally today is Friday, day 1, baby. If I do this like once a week, just on Friday, one, that'll give me a reason to like, I don't know, I had a thought and now the thought's gone. Basically, if I do these journals once a week and it keeps coming and going, the thought is the thought shows up and then the thought disappears. It'll, one, maybe make me more confident, because talking to a camera is awkward and weird. So if I'm talking to a human being, maybe that'll make me slightly less awkward and weird. Number 2, I can talk about my week and it'll make me like force me to remember things about each day, so that way I'm not like just going through the motions and being like, oh, I didn't do anything this week. No, of course I do things during the week. So like if I force myself to talk about it, maybe that'll like, I don't know, force me to do other things so that I can like actually talk about the things that I did. That's 2 points. I feel like you need when you're making points, I feel like you need at least 3 points. Point number 3. I can't think of a third point. I can't think of a third point. Well, 2 points. Anything else before I wrap this up? No, I don't think so. Let me know if anybody watched to the end, or I guess even if you watched like halfway through, but not the end, and commented. I'm really set on this cooking thing. I'm gonna make cooking videos. I swear to God. I don't swear to God. That's bad. But I swear I'm gonna make cooking videos. And that'll force me to cook more. Because I need to start cooking. I need to stop eating out. Because eating out is expensive. So I need to stop doing that so much, and I need to cook more. So, 2 things that I'm gonna start doing. Number 1, I'm gonna make these journals once a week. Even if I have nothing to talk about, even if it's only 5 minutes long, I'm gonna make these journals once a week. Number 2, I don't know how often or when the first one is gonna be, but I'm gonna make cooking videos. My first cooking video, because I have the ingredients for it, it's probably gonna be chili. But then after that, I'm gonna get you guys to recommend me things to cook. Thoughts, questions, concerns? Leave it in the comments, because you can't talk to me right now. Sorry, I'm away from the phone. Can't talk to me right now. No, you can't talk to me because this is a one-way thing. This is me making a video. The only way you can talk to me is by leaving a comment. Or I guess if you like DM me on Instagram or something. But like, that'd be kind of weird, like watching the video and then going to Instagram and being like, hey, loved your video. I just had some concerns. Actually, that would be kind of funny. That'd be kind of funny if somebody did that. Maybe do that. I probably won't answer. Or maybe I will answer, who knows. But use the comments. Use the comments down below. And then I guess like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see the cooking videos or my weekly journals, which I'm gonna stick to. Yeah, okay. That's journal number, what was it, 32? Nope, that was journal number 33. Okay, that's it. That's the journal. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day or night or whatever time it is. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.